Hello friends, welcome back. I am Dr. Sonu Yadav and today's topic of discussion is requirements and red blood cell inclusion. Coming on to requirements for erythropoiesis, that is formation of red blood cells. So what are the factors? Basically, there are three factors which are important for production as well as maturation. So they are divided into three factors. First, general factors, maturation factors, and then finally the factors for hemoglobin formation. Now coming on to the general factors. The examples of general factors are erythropoietin, thyroxine, hematopoietic growth factors, and various vitamins. Erythropoietin is the main protein that help in production of red blood cell and is mainly secreted by kidney. Then coming on to hematopoietic growth factors, they are the factors required for formation of red blood cell, and the examples are colony stimulating factors and various interleukins. So these are the general factors. Basically there are three factors required for the production of red blood cell: general factors, maturation factors, and third, factors for hemoglobin formation. These are the examples of general factors, that is erythropoietin, thyroxine, hematopoietic growth factors, and vitamins. Now coming on to the maturation factors. These are the factors which help in maturation of red blood cell. These are vitamin B12, folic acid, and intrinsic factor. Basically, intrinsic factor helps in absorption of vitamin B12. These are the factors which are essential for the maturation of red blood cell, that is vitamin B12, folic acid, and intrinsic factor. Now coming on to the factors for hemoglobin formation. They are proteins and amino acids, iron, copper, cobalt, nickel, and vitamins. So these are the factors essential for hemoglobin formation. These all are the factors which are required for RBC production. Now coming on to the red blood cell inclusions. These are the aggregates of nuclear and cytoplasmic substance, mainly proteins. Normally, RBC does not contain any granule, debris, protein, or any type of remnant in the cytoplasm. So if there is any aggregate, remnant of nuclear and cytoplasmic substance in the cytoplasm, this is always indicative of some kind of pathology. So now we are going to discuss four most common type of inclusions in the RBC, that is basophilic stippling, Howell-Jolly bodies, Haynes bodies, and Pepper-Hammer bodies. Now coming on to the basophilic stippling. These are the numerous small purplish inclusions and they result from RNA and mitochondrial remnants. This is the picture showing basophilic stippling in the RBC. This is a cytoplasm of RBC having numerous small purplish inclusions. Now, what are the causes? They're seen in lead toxicity, hemoglobinopathies, and macrocytic anemias. Now, coming on to the next type of inclusion, that is Hubble-Jolly bodies. It is small, well-defined, eccentric, round, densely stained inclusion, and its diameter is approximately 1 micrometer, eccentric in location, and it is because of DNA fragments which were once part of the nucleus of immature red cell. So, what is Hubble-Jolly body? It is small, well-defined, eccentric in position, round, densely stained inclusion in the red blood cell, and is because of DNA fragment which were once part of nucleus. It is seen in postplanectomy and newborns, megaloblastic anemia, dyserythropoietic anemia, and hereditary spherocytosis. These are the conditions in which Hubble-Jolly body is seen. That is postplanectomy, newborn, megaloblastic anemia, dyserythropoietic anemia, and hereditary spherocytosis. You can memorize it by PSM. Postplanectomy, hereditary spherocytosis, megaloblastic anemia, newborn. Now coming on to the next type of inclusion, that is Hins bodies. They are the erythrocyte inclusion of denatured hemoglobin caused by oxidation of globin portion of hemoglobin, and removal of Hins bodies may lead to the formation of bite cell. Hins bodies, the removal of Hins body lead to formation of a bite cell. These are the erythrocyte inclusion of denatured hemoglobin. It is caused by oxidation of globin portion of hemoglobin molecule. Now, they are seen in few drugs and certain foods, for example, fava beans. Now, Pappenheimer bodies. They are irregular, dark blue, iron containing granules which are present in cluster at cell periphery. So, they are irregular, dark blue, iron containing granules, usually in small clusters, predominantly in the periphery. Now, they are iron containing granules or inclusions, so they are demonstrated by pearls or Persian blue stain. These are the condition in which you can see Pappenheimer bodies: splenectomy, hemolytic anemia, myelodysplastic syndrome, and lead poisoning. So this is all about requirements of red blood cell production. That is, there are three factors: general factors, maturation factors, and factors for hemoglobin formation. Then we have covered red blood cell inclusions. We have discussed four main types of inclusions that are most commonly seen in red blood cell. That is basophilic, stippling, Hens bodies, Hubble-Jolly bodies, and Pappenheimer bodies. That's all.